Hey, beautiful people, welcome back. My name is Ricardo, and I'm joined by,
Sonia, your other co-host.
and we are on episode three. Can you believe it? We've
Yeah,
managed to do this for 3 straight weeks.
which
Somebody
is
give
surprising.
us a prize. We
No,
deserve.
literally.
We deserve.
I don't even know how we're doing this because we got other shit going on.
We have so much crap going on, but it just goes to show how much we care about our craft. I think. Um. Yes. So on today's episode, we're gonna be, if you read the title, Sensible Cinephiles, we're gonna be talking about movies, and we decided to also merge TV shows into it, just to have something a little extra to talk about.
Okay, but before we go into talking about the movies and the TV shows, we'll be talking about something we've engaged with or saw in like popular media this week. Like, and I say that because I didn't really see anything particular that was happening that I want to talk about, but I am like engaging with some media, like a book or even music. But I'm not sure about you, Ricardo. Do you have something specific?
Something specific. Um, well, I've been reading all about Love by Bell Hooks, and I that has been particularly interesting in relation to the Olivia Rodrigo album that came out, because that's a whole narrative about love. And so, what else have I been seeing? I've been indulging in the Madonna discography because she has an album on the
Oh,
way. So, I've been trying to
like the 16-minute video, right?
it was 60 minutes. I saw the 13-minute one.
Oh, 16. Oh, 13,
It
13.
was, yeah, it was 13
I just
minutes.
knew it was long.
It was long. It had like 6 songs or something put together. I'm excited for one. I think it's called Danceteria. It's the one where they're like, it has like Benedict Cumberbatch in that section. Everybody get up and dance. I don't know. The original Confessions to me is like unmatchable. Like, it just has like banger after banger after banger. And
Yeah.
I just know that Confessions 2 is gonna kind of flop because it's attached to that. Like, you just can't. It's like,
You have high expectations and you're probably like they're not going to get met.
yeah, well, if you're like continuing in the legacy of Confessions, it's kind of like, for you to do a good job, you have to do a lot. And from what I've
Yeah.
seen, she's not getting there. But it's okay because it's Madonna and she's like 65. So we just kind of have to like let her cook. I'm just happy she still has a
Yeah.
career this long. Because
That's true.
women in the industry don't be lasting this long. But
Mhm.
what about you?
Yeah.
What has piqued your interest?
Um so so Olivia Rodrigo did a cover of "When a Good Man Cries" by CMAT, and I
Mm-hmm.
liked how it sounded when she sang it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started getting reels about her, like snippets of her video, of like CMAT's video and the song and her singing it. And I was like, oh, this is probably a song that I could like because I was like liking it. So I finally checked it out and I've been listening to that kind of obsessively. I'm pretty sure I've had it on repeat on Wednesday, to be honest. It's very, I don't know, like it's very country, but not like, it's not American since CMAT is Irish, but I like how it sounds a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's not usually what I say it's not usually what I go for, but to be honest, I like some folk stuff. Like I like the Lumineers, or even like what's it called? What are the other ones? One from Scotland, Mumford and Sons. Like I like some of their songs.
I don't know who Mumford is or any of his sons. That's none of my
It doesn't
business.
matter. That's okay.
Have
Yeah, that's
you,
one of them. And then the
I was gonna ask, have you
wait,
listened
go ahead. Yeah.
to her album and CMAT? I think it's called Euro
I
Country.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I did, but I got no opinions so far
No opinion so far. And
because I need to listen to it again. I feel like
okay,
to really get it.
maybe next week
But
you
it
will
was so
have some
funny.
thoughts on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but like it's so funny because I think the first full song on there, I was like, is she religious? I literally had to
Isn't
pull up
she
her like
gay?
Wikipedia page. She's bisexual. I had to pull up her
Caught that.
Wikipedia page. So I was like, okay. I'm not sure. Maybe she is. I mean, Ireland is very Catholic. like country. Yeah, and
Well,
then I also want to say I'm engaging with a book called Solito by Javier Zamora. He's a Salvadoran poet who immigrated to the U.S. when he was 9, and then a lot of this story I can relate to it, to be honest. So it's like very emotional. Like I'm pretty sure I almost broke down crying on the bus and had to stop reading it because I was like, yeah, I cannot continue. I'm on the bus. This is too much.
how long is it?
It's not very long. I do have it with me right now. I can check. It's literally like 375 pages, 375.
Okay, I have like I
Just
got an
not long.
audiobook subscription, and I forgot to cancel it, so it redid the thing because I had like a free month. And so I have
Yeah.
like I don't know like audiobooks I can read. I charged me like $25. I was so upset. Um,
Oh,
but I have like
it was
five
first.
audiobooks I can listen to, and I might listen to that as one of them.
Yeah. I like it.
Great. Well, that was the weekly sort of roundup of what we've been consuming. Let's
Hmm.
dive now into the meat of the matter and discuss films and television. Okay, so for the format of the episode, we decided to go with four movies because, like, on Letterboxd, you have like your top four, and I have a Letterboxd account. I don't use it because I don't watch movies like that.
I was gonna
But
say the same.
I was like, we should do a top four,
It's
like
funny because
Letterboxd.
I also have a letterbox and I sometimes remember to use it, but I don't watch movies like that. Like
I
when I
think
watch
I
movies,
reviewed
I'm watching
two.
movies I've already watched.
Yeah, I don't have that issue. I just like I'm too lazy to write a review. I just like internalize it, make it my whole personality for like a week, and then move on.
I think you're putting too much pressure on yourself. You could just say the stupidest. Just put a certain start next to it that you want, and then just be like, "Hey," and then leave. Like it doesn't have to be a
Eight.
review. Review.
Oh, she ate that.
You wanted
Oh,
to
she.
like you're like putting pressure on yourself for it to be like a very serious review, and it just isn't.
Well, you know how I am.
Unfortunate.
And then we're gonna do top three series. We're gonna do our top comedy, our top drama, and then did we say top childhood?
Yeah, top childhood, like either like TV
Okay,
show, or movie. I don't even know. I don't.
okay. So it's just a little bit of visual media to kind of support the first episode with music. So I guess I'll get started. I'll start with which of these movies is the funniest to start with. I think I'm gonna start with The Birdcage, which released in I believe 1991. It stars Nathan Lane and Robin Williams as a gay
Mm.
living in Florida, and they own a gay bar, and they live above the gay bar, and Nathan Lane does drag, and then their son. Oh, also spoiler warnings for everything I'm gonna talk about
Yeah.
because just to get that out of the way.
Honestly, spoiler warnings in general. If you've not watched any of these movies, just leave. We'll put them in the description.
I'm gonna try and figure out how to do timestamps. So if you haven't watched something, you can like skip
Yeah, because
because
one of my movies is one that came out this year. So if you still haven't watched it,
I haven't watched
don't
it, but
spoil
I don't care about
yourself.
spoilers. I really don't care about
I don't
spoilers.
care about spoilers either. I would rather know. I'm curious. I want to
I
know. I don't have to watch it to know.
I don't have to know, but I don't get upset when people spoil things for me because it's just kind of like if I'm still interested, I'm still gonna watch it. Like it's not.
Yeah,
Besides, most movies have similar enough formats, anyways, to where like you can kind of figure things out.
yeah.
Whatever. Um.
How did you find this movie, The Birdcage?
Okay, really funny story. A guy I used to smoke weed with a lot in college had like a piracy website on his television, and we watched it pirated on his television. And like, it's just very gay. It's very, it's very entertaining. So their son comes home and he's like, "Hey guys," like to his dad's, and he's like, I'm getting married. And they're like, what? And then I actually think he's kind of a shitty son because he's like, yeah, she's a really cool girl, but her parents are like her dad's like a Republican senator, and I want them to meet you guys, but like I don't want Nathan Lane to be here because it's like you're too much of a sissy, like you're too fruity girl, and it's just like weird. I didn't like the son. I thought he was insecure about the whole ordeal. Anyway, hijinks ensue. It's a hilarious movie. Nathan Lane ends up showing up in drag to dinner. It's crazy. I'm just like, what the hell? And then while he's in drag, he's like a conservative woman. So gay Nathan Lane in drag talking about how abortion should be illegal and it's like antichrist. I'm just like, whoever had this idea is a genius. Like, truthfully.
Somebody woke up and like wrote magic one day.
Yeah, well, they probably snorted magic that day.
Okay,
So, yeah, it's just a hilarious movie. It's very gay. I really like it.
nice. I've never watched it, so I can't comment on it.
I would recommend.
You know, there's gonna be a lot of times where God is gonna say I would recommend, and I'm just not gonna go do that. I'm not gonna go watch it or
Well,
listen. I
and
just don't like being told.
that's the crux of our friendship. Is I will tell her you should listen to "Ray of Light" by Madonna, and she's like, whatever that is, girl. And I'm like, okay. And
I
then
gotta be in the mood.
she'll be like, have you listened to she'll be like, I listened to this new CMAT song, and I'm like, great, I've already listened to the album. I just like, I'm locked in, and Senya's more like take it at her own pace, and I think that difference is really important in our friendship.
I just rather take things on my own time. All right, okay. So the difference between Ricardo and I when it comes to movie is he likes movies with a lot of substance, and I'm more on the opposite side. Where I'm like, I don't care.
I know what's coming.
I mean, this first movie has like, to be honest, two of them. One of them a documentary, but basically these movies don't fully encapsulate what I like, but some like but they also really do. Okay, so my first movie is Godzilla minus one, and I don't know when this came out, probably 2021, I believe, or 2023 even actually, because I was already at college again, so it's very recent, and I really liked it because it's very I like how realistic and grounded in reality it is. So like the size differences between Godzilla, the people, and the city. I like that a lot because some of
Like
the
the
more
perspective.
yeah, like perspective, like because some of the more recent like Godzilla movies done by like American studios, I'm like, why are they running and moving like that? They're massive. What's going on? It just doesn't really do it
Right.
for me. The only one from the American studio that does it for me is the 2014 one, where there's a similar thing where the size difference is really seen and you can feel it. Like the first time Godzilla is seen is actually his foot as it near like an airport terminal or something like that, and you can just like you can feel the like size different and like the scale difference. It's really neat and I like it a lot. But I like these like really huge monster movies, but I don't like them leaning into horror or gory, which is so funny. But
Right.
but also with Godzilla minus one, like the characters, like I care about the characters. I want them to be okay and stuff like that. Where with the more recent ones, I'm like, I don't care about you at all.
Yes.
I care about Godzilla, but I don't
God.
care about you. Whereas my like Godzilla minus one, I'm like, okay, I care about these people and I want them to be okay.
Right. Interesting. Godzilla minus one. That's not the one we watched together, right? That's like a Japanese one.
Yeah, this is the Japanese one that came out like 2023. It's gonna have a sequel soon.
Ooh, Godzilla minus two.
Yeah, and this was done with a really, really small budget compared to like the American studio ones. So, and did really well. So,
Well, yes, because I
mhm.
remember we watched two. We watched, I think they're American ones. You remember? I don't know what they're called.
Maybe one of them. We probably
One of
watched the
them has Bryan
2014 one.
Cranston, I think.
Who?
Yeah, I think so. Bryan Cranston, the guy from Breaking Bad,
Yep.
I think he's
Okay,
in it.
yep. That's the first one we watched. And you were kind of scared too. You were like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I can't see this.
It's scary. They're a little scary. I don't love horror, but I do. I don't know. I don't like gore either. I like suspense. I like what's gonna happen. But when it's like jump scare after jump scare, like I was on the bus to a city near me the other day, and I watched the new Conjuring movie. I think it's
Ooh,
called Conjuring: The Last Rites. Girl, I almost pissed myself. I was so scared,
I don't do
and it was
horror
like on
either.
a bus.
Yeah,
I like cannot do like straight horror.
I feel like I haven't watched these movies yet, but I've seen like clips of them. I feel like the only horror I can probably do is some of the stuff that Jordan Peele is doing. So Nope,
Or like
Get Out.
Get Out.
Yeah, like I feel like I can do that because it's very different. Nope
Get Out
has
is so good.
Nope has gore, I think, like some of it, but you don't see it.
Right. Well, and they're also about bigger themes. So like, have you watched Midsummer?
No.
I don't think you'd like that movie. I didn't think I'd like it either, but I actually ended up liking it. It's really gory and it's very graphic. Like you see a lot of like it's just gross. But underneath that, I think it's a really interesting story about like trust and like traditions and power. Alas, that's not what we're talking about today. So,
You've gone off the
any further
rails.
comments on Godzilla?
Another comment for Godzilla.
Any last comments? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I will be holding my
Forever hold your
peace.
peace. She will be holding her peace.
Yeah.
And I will be moving on to Aaron Brockovich. Girl,
Mm.
this movie turns me out. It is so good. Aaron Brockovich is based on the real life story of the woman named Erin Brockovich as she fights a company that is contaminating a local water supply. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched this movie in a while, but from what I remember, it's just kind of like Julia Roberts being persistently underestimated and her always coming out on top. That scene where she's with the lawyer lady and she's like, "That's all you got, lady. Two ugly shoes and no, two left feet and a bunch of ugly shoes," or something like that. I don't remember. I can't quote things from movies like that,
No, I
but
do not.
that's like an iconic gay moment. Like people, like drag queens recite that all the time. And I don't know. I just think it's a really. And I'm generally opposed to movies that really kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like
That are about
further the
people?
narrative. No, that further the narrative of like the meritocracy and like if you work really hard, you get really far. But
Mm.
I feel like this movie's less about like, oh, if you work really hard, you get really far, and more about like it's you can have success in helping people, and I really like that. She has like these cute little kids, and she's just figuring it out. It's completely unrealistic in a modern setting, like what is doing, where she's like putting in 100% for like a wage that's not all that good. Like no one in their right mind would do that nowadays. And she also like owns a house, and I'm like, how? It's just it's always funny to look back at movies because I think this movie came out in like 2000, the year 2000. It's always funny to look back at movies and think about like the economy back then because like you watch like Friends and it's like how do they afford an apartment like that?
Yeah. Rent
Like
control.
Ra- Rachel's a waitress, right? Well, one would think.
Or it's two people living in
So
one apartment.
yeah, I guess it's still just it's like right in the middle of Manhattan. I'm like, girl,
Hmm.
what? Anyway, so Aaron Brockovich, love that movie. It's just very wholesome. I watch it whenever I'm feeling down, and it just like lifts my
Ooh,
spirits.
it's a pick me up then.
It's a pick me up. It's a I overcame story, but it's not like an I overcame story that's like weird. Like I don't know. I think of like The Blind Side with Sandra Bullock. I don't like that movie. It just makes me feel icky. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are these like white people taking so much interest in this random white boy? And then you realize, oh, it's because you want to like exploit him so he can have a successful football career, and you also benefit from that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's also not what we're talking about. So that was my second film.
Yes. And my second has nothing to do with, this relates nothing to Ricardo's at all. Mine is Project Hail Mary, and this is probably where some of you need to leave. Say goodbye. Stop watching the episode or skip this part if you want to watch it. But actually, Project Hail Mary, it comes from a book actually by Andy Weir, I
Weird.
believe. Weir.
Weird. What?
I'm not sure. But I read this book
Okay.
about 2 years ago, and I think there was some talk about it being made into a movie then. And I guess it was true because we got a movie now. And I really enjoy this book and movie. I like the relationship between Rocky and Grace. But I also like seeing like the flashbacks to before they get to where they're at. I also really like science fiction, so this isn't too surprising for me. Like I enjoy the books Murder Bot, and I still gotta finish the show. I haven't.
You haven't finished
No, I
it,
did. I never finished it last summer. But yeah,
girl.
so like space with me is a theme kind of because I also really like the other book by Andy Weir, The Martian. That was probably one of my favorite books by him, and I really enjoy the movie as well.
Must be
Basically,
fucking
anything
rich as
space,
shit.
anything science fiction, I'm all up in it, so long as it's free of horror and free of gore.
Right.
Yeah, I like this movie. It feels very
We watched this
hopeful.
movie together,
Uh,
actually.
quote together because together as
I
in
was
we
falling
watched
asleep
it
the
and
whole
he
time.
was asleep. He literally left
Yeah, I fell asleep.
and I finished watching it.
Well, girl, I was not able to stay up. Unfortunately, I did end up finishing it. I thought it was really cute.
It's
I
very
like
nice.
was on the verge of tears half the time because it
No,
was just really sad.
it's very hopeful.
Um, but it is very hopeful. Um, no, I Andy Weir. I think that's how you say his name.
We'll
I
figure
haven't
out.
read. I watched and read The Martian, but I have not read or watched. Well, I watched, but I haven't read Project Hail Mary. So
You should.
Ryan Gosling is so hot.
Yeah. I won't lie though. I'm like, how are you the science teacher?
No, dead
Because
ass.
the
Like
way
he was
that
my
in the book though
if he
he's
was
just
my
trying to look.
science teacher. Well, yes,
But he did
Project
really
Hail
well.
Mary is a great movie.
Yeah, and Ryan Gosling did really well to be honest.
He's so hot. Anyway, um, what else? Moving onwards and forwards to well, I only really have I have two options. I
Yeah.
guess I'll save this one for last. My next movie is Coraline, the
Ooh,
2009 stop motion animated film
that's a good
made by
movie.
Leica Studios, written unfortunately by the disgraced and infamous Neil Gaiman, who, for as good a writer as he still is like low key. Allegedly, I actually don't know if it's like been proven, so I have to say allegedly. Allegedly, like
A
abuses
shit
women.
man.
A shitty man, exactly. But many
I know
such cases.
Coraline. I've seen that one.
Coraline is a great
So good.
movie. I believe Henry Selick directed it. Um, it is super creative. It is super spooky, but in a way, like I watched this movie when I was like 9, I think. I was like too young to be watching that shit, truthfully. But
I
it
think
is
you were the
really
right age
was
because it's a
I
kids
don't know.
movie. It's a kids
It,
movie. Like I watched
kids
that as a
movie
kid.
kids movie is kind of a stretch.
I mean, Monster House, a
Um,
kids movie, and yet
dude, Monster House is fucking
so
scary.
good. It's so good though.
It is. The twist at the end. Anyway, we're not talking about Monster
Emotional.
House. We're talking about Coraline, and
Coraline.
Coraline. The cat is so fierce. The fucking other mother is fucking fierce. Her anorexic ass really hates children,
Mhm.
and I can't
No,
blame her.
her button
Um,
eyes. No, thank you.
her her button eyes and her skinny ass waist. Um, yeah, I feel like if I was a child, I would probably have fallen into that very same trap, but I don't know,
Like, who doesn't want to enter another world? Like, who
right?
doesn't?
Especially when your world is so shit.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah,
that's a
it's a
great
great
movie.
movie. It's one of my favorite animated movies of all time, along with like Spirited Away and The Lion King. Actually, I was thinking
Yeah.
about putting The Lion King in its spot because not only is it animated, but it's also like a musical. But then I was like, honestly, Coraline fits my general aesthetic more, so I won't switch it up.
You chose it for aesthetic reasons?
Of course.
Me not
Well,
doing that at all.
well,
Like, at all. Like, my next movie isn't even like a. I don't have any animated movie. My next movie is
well,
literally not even a movie, it's a documentary.
and that's a great transition for you to start talking about
Yeah, because again, it's very space themed. It's about the Voyagers
what is it
when they
called?
went. It's called The Farthest. Literally just that, The Farthest, and then it's a documentary about like how they proposed the project and like all the excitement of getting all the visuals from the Voyagers about each planet. Because this is the first time that we were going to be able to see like the outer planets clearly. Like before then, we didn't have anything. But so it was like really nice to see. And this documentary has some like really nice like transitional visuals
Uh huh.
that I'm sometimes like, what is going on? This is beautiful.
Really?
But
I guess I'll have to watch it.
I don't know. It's like very. It feels very like human to me
Mm,
to
very
want to
like
share about yourself.
humble.
Yeah, like to want to share about yourself with like the golden records. To
Yeah.
like sharing the languages, the music, who we are, how we exist, and stuff like that. But also the music in here is really good. Like soundtrack is great.
Is are the Voyager missions the ones that Carl Sagan was like, "Can y'all turn towards Earth and take a photo of us?" You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's that. It happens at the end
yeah.
in this documentary
Oh
actually,
my
and that was
god,
like
it's
such a
so
good moment to.
the pale blue dot. We look
Yeah,
so tiny. It
yeah,
really makes
and
you
then
think about how like we're so small,
like we mean nothing to this universe. That ass.
and that's kind of fierce.
Like, and I like that a lot. Like I don't know. He's like he says something about like when you look back at Earth and stuff like that on that pale blue dot. Like everybody that you know and have ever known or heard about lives there.
Everything existed here in
Yeah.
this
And I
little
was like,
speck.
God, and it looks so tiny. It looks like a speck. Like somebody was talking about wanting to swipe it off, to clean it off. And I was like, damn.
Well,
I was
girl,
like,
we'd
I
all be
love
better off.
this. I've watched this documentary a few times too, but I really enjoy it. You should definitely check it out if you're into space or just learning more about like NASA missions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really well
Girl,
done because a lot of
you
the
should have
people
been
that
an
talk about it,
astronomer.
I was interested in that, like in studying like astrophysics and stuff like that. But math is not my forte, unfortunately. Maybe
Yeah.
one day in the future. Yeah, could happen
Well,
one
yeah,
day in the
girl,
future.
you have to help us build all the spaceships we're gonna ride when we finish
I will
using
not
up
be
this
doing
planet.
that.
I won't either. I've actually decided that if they're like, yeah, you can actually pay $1 million to get on the. Nope, I don't care. I'm dying with this fucking planet. I don't give a fuck.
Like if there's a meteor coming to Earth and they're like, we're gonna go to this bunker, we're gonna live, and I'm gonna be like, I'm staying out here actually because there's just no way I'm gonna keep working like that.
I'm exactly. I'm booking a flight over to you, and I'm just gonna like
Chillax. We're gonna
chillax with
relax.
all my friends.
We're gonna eat
Yeah.
meal. We're gonna eat good food, and to be honest, we're not gonna be working or we're like working our lives away. We're just gonna
Could
enjoy
you
food, and then the
imagine?
meteor is gonna hit it, and we're gonna die.
Could you imagine if we did all that and then turns out the meteor doesn't even hit?
And which would be fantastic. Like,
Honestly,
whoa, now we get
that's
to live,
and now we get to value life more.
and there's no traffic.
That's where her priorities lie. Uh,
But you're so right. Yeah, we'll get to value life more. But I'm sure
yes,
we already valued it more because we decided we don't want to be working our lives away.
exactly. Speaking of valuing life, I'm
Oh,
gonna move on to my last film, the cult classic Silence of the Lambs.
oh,
This
this is
movie,
kind of horror.
girl, this is like horror, but it's like suspense. It's not like
You do
there's
like
nothing
that.
like supernatural. It's a detective film, which I love. It's a detective film, but it's just a movie about like what it means to crave, like what is depravity, like I don't know. There's a line Anthony Hopkins delivers a performance of a lifetime in this film. There's a line where he's like, eh, to covet, like to want things, and like we start to covet when we see something. We don't desire something we don't know is there, and I don't know. It just makes you think about that sort of stuff a lot. And I think the thing that really puts this movie in this top four is, and this is a huge spoiler, so skip ahead if you don't want to spoil. There's
Yeah,
a scene where Clarice, who is like the main detective girl, is showing up at a door, and then it keeps cutting between her showing up at this house and this police arriving at this other house, because the police or the FBI or whatever think that the
yeah.
serial killer is at this house, but she's already figured out that the serial killer is at this other house. And
Ooh, she doesn't tell.
like that whole scene where she's like showing up and then he opens the door and she's like talking to the serial killer, it's crazy, girl. It's really intense. The ending is really fierce because Hannibal Lecter, who is played by Anthony Hopkins, who is like a cannibal, he like escapes his like jail cell.
Yeah.
It's just really it's a really it's
Didn't they
kind of a weird
do?
movie. Uh
Didn't they
huh.
do like a TV show based off this movie?
Perchance, I know there's the existence of a series called Hannibal. I don't know if it has anything to do
I'm
with
not talking about the more recent one because I know there's a more recent one with I forgot his name, but
I know who you're talking about. Hold on.
it's like Norwegian, I think, or like
Um,
Swedish or Danish, actually.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, yeah,
Mikkelsen.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
talking. Yeah, it's not that one. I think there's one a direct one based on that movie with the same actor, Anthony Hopkins. You're typing right now, right?
Yes, I'm looking it up.
I cannot hear it.
Um, it is not a series. It is a film trilogy.
Oh, okay. That makes more
Yeah,
sense.
and Silence of the Lambs is the first one. Then it's Hannibal, and then it's Red Dragon, which is a prequel. Interesting.
Very
Anyway,
interesting.
that was that film.
That's really well done. I probably will never watch this movie because I'd rather not.
I think you'd actually enjoy it. It's not that.
Suspense
It's
feels like
really.
horror to me.
Yeah, but it's not scary. It's just kind of like what's gonna happen next. You know, like it's a really
Is it
well written.
gory?
There's like like a scene or two. Yeah,
Mm,
that is a little like you can see blood, but you can close your eyes. You don't have to
yeah.
like. It's not narratively important. Anyway,
One day I'll be that person that actually watches movie like that or any
great.
TV show. But
Until then,
not anytime soon. Because right now I'm watching my stupid movies, and my last one is kind of that. It's called Tremors,
oh my God,
and Kevin Bacon
Tremors.
is in it.
I know Tremors.
It's literally about like these like ancient animals or something. They're like waking up and come up from the ground and eat people.
No, I literally know exactly what you're talking about.
I love
Kevin,
this movie, and I think I like it a lot too. Also, because this is probably the first movie I watched with Kevin Bacon, and he's the protagonist. He's not like the antagonist, the villain. Because so my parents would watch movies, these like older movies, and Kevin Bacon would be in them, but he was always the villain. And then I think I watched Tremors, and
oh,
I was like, oh wait, it's that guy that's always the villain, but he's not the villain this time. He's a good guy.
that's interesting. I'd never thought of Kevin Bacon as a villain because the only movies I've watched with him are Tremors and Footloose and
Well,
Flatliners, I think.
I've never watched that one. And then Footloose, I've never watched the one from the 80s. I believe it's from. I've watched the one from like with Julian Huff. I watched that Footloose, but that's it.
Is
I've
that
never
more
watched the.
recent?
Yeah, that's way more, 2011 most likely. But I've never watched
Okay.
Footloose with Kevin Bacon. I watched Tremors, and that's probably the only like protagonist role that I associate him with like really well. But usually,
Yeah,
like as a kid, as I was growing up, he was usually associated with like the villain roles. He did really well in those villain roles. So,
that's a good
but it's
actor.
just a silly, fun movie, and I enjoy putting it on when I'm not sure what I want to watch, but I want something on. This is what I put
It's
on.
so funny. It's so funny to me that you're anti-gore, but then you love watching movies where monsters destroy civilization.
But get this, that is yeah. The Tremors, like I don't watch some of the parts because I'm like, I don't need to see that. Like, there's a specific part where one of the character gets eaten. I'm like, I don't need to see that. I'm okay. And I've never seen. It's like the owner of the store. I like where he gets eaten and stuff like that. I'm like, I really don't need to see them. Now I feel bad for him. He should have lived. Yeah,
Wow, wow,
it's
wow.
really yeah. I know it's really funny. I think my love for apocalypse, natural disaster movies just has to do with me wanting society to start all over. I just wanted to start all over
Okay, accelerationist. Yeah,
because like what like tsunamis. I love tsunamis. Like
I love
San
tsunamis.
Andreas, 2012.
I
I'm
love
there.
when natural disasters destroy millions of dollars worth of property and
Into the
countless
Storm,
lives.
like Twister.
We watched
I
2012
believe
together, and you
Dante,
were you were laughing the whole time.
Volcano.
You were excited. We
I
were,
got hella
yeah,
movies in here. Natural disasters live in my brain. And
yeah. They
this
make you
kind of
happy.
includes Godzilla movies too, because that's in its own way a natural disaster.
Well, yeah, he's like a metaphor for nuclear fallout,
Yeah,
isn't he? Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Right
I'd
are
hit that.
movies.
Anyway, moving on to television. The television.
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 Uh, so for this section, we decided to do a comedy, a
A
drama,
drama.
and
Hmm.
something from our childhood.
Yes.
So I'm gonna start. Should we start with what? The comedy? I feel like that'd be good.
Uh yeah, we can start with the comedy if you want.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about my favorite comedy. Okay, I love comedies. I love comedies. I just finished Hacks. That shit, the finale had me crying.
Yeah.
It was such
You
a
would
good
binge
series.
watch that.
I binge watched the shit out of that bitch. Hannah Einbinder and Jean Smart are
Yeah.
such good actresses. Um, I love Hacks. I love Parks and Rec. I really started getting into comedies when I was like 12 or 13, and I started watching The Office on Netflix.
Mm.
And then from there, it kind of just evolved into I just became obsessed with absorbing comedies. My favorite comedy of all time is Community. I
Community.
love Community. Community is
With Lucy Liu?
so no,
No.
no.
Where
Well,
isn't
she
Lucy
might
Liu?
no. I'm so sorry.
What?
Lucy Liu, is she in a comedy? Is she a comedic actress? I guess she
She's in a
is.
TV show, is she?
She's in several TV shows. I know her from Elementary.
Elementary, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I love Elementary. Me and my mom used to watch that together. Um, the opening music to that show is goes so hard for no reason. Dun 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 dun. These like violins. It's so fierce. Anyway, Community is so well written. All of the characters are like so funny. Even Chevy Chase playing Pierce. I hate Chevy Chase with a passion, but his character is really well written. Like he's so hateable in kind of a funny way. Um, I'm not gonna lie, season like 4 and 5 and 6 kind of really start to drop in quality. There's a like an arc where like Ken Young's um character starts to like devolve into nothing important. I don't know. There's a lot of plot lines that I'm kind of like, this could have been better. But all things
Um,
considered, it's like kind of such a creative show. It's so surrealist to me. It like doesn't, it shouldn't
mine.
make sense, but it does. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. Is this who produces this? Is this an American show?
Yes, I believe the creator is Dan Harmon, who also created Rick and Morty, which I also kind of like. Um, yeah, Joel McHale, so hot. Um, it has, oh my God, what's her name? Hold on, I have to look this up. I cannot believe I forgot her name. Um, it has Yvette Nicole Brown, who like I keep watching movies and she's just in them, and I'm like, as like a background character, I'm like, girl, what are you doing here? Donald Glover, such a good actor. Gillian Jacobs, Alison Brie, Danny Putty, all of like the main
Yeah,
cast are such good actors. Oh,
that's good.
so
Which
good.
means like when you watch it, you're like engrossed
Yes,
and you don't
they
get
all do
taken
such
out
a
of
good
it.
job. And John
Yeah,
Oliver is also in it, and I think it's like precedes him doing the Tonight with John Oliver.
yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with his show, but anyway, I just think it's a really well written show, really well acted, really well made, really surrealist.
Well, for
There's nothing like
me,
it.
well, that's good. That means it's
Yeah.
unique. Yeah.
Yes.
Where for me, like my comedy is a Canadian show called Letterkenny, which revolves around these residents that live there. It's about Hicks. It's about other people, and it's really funny. Like I think what I really enjoy is like the cold opens and the way they insult each other. Sometimes it can be really fun. Some of it goes over my head, which is okay, but I still enjoy it even now. And with me specifically, when it comes to TV shows, I don't really like TV shows that go on and on and on. This one does, but the episodes tend to be very short. So it doesn't feel like it's getting dragged on and stuff like that. I
Hmm.
haven't actually finished watching it because it did end. Like, it did end maybe a few years ago. And there's actually a, what's it called when another show comes from it?
A spin-off?
A spin-off. Exactly. There's a spin-off with this character named Shorzy, who's just like a side character in Letterkenny. And then they do a spin-off about him fully. And it's called, I believe the show is called Shorzy actually. But yeah, I haven't watched that show at all. But Letterkenny was probably one of the first TV shows that I fully got into as a kid, or as I was growing up. Because I'm not a really TV show person. I don't watch TV shows like that, like Hacks. He keeps recommending. I'm just probably not gonna watch it ever. I just don't like really long things. Sometimes I'm part of the group
Hacks
that's
has like
like,
60 episodes. You could finish that in a summer.
no, but I don't really want to be doing that.
True.
Like I'm more of a one season person show. Like I enjoy
Interesting.
very like short TV shows that aren't gonna be dragging on and on and on, and the story's gonna go on and on and on. I prefer something that's a little quicker. So another show that I've watched is only a single season, and it's called Station 11, which I really enjoy. It's very apocalyptic, and it's a disease that kills a lot of people. But yeah, very short form.
Speaking of short form,
Oh
my drama is
yeah.
has only I think 16 episodes total. Severance.
Mm.
Mama, that shit turned me out. I okay. Senya has or had an Apple
Had
TV account. Had an Apple TV account for some reason.
last summer.
Last summer when we lived together, and I literally begged her to
You didn't beg
lend
me.
me.
I
I literally
I
had to
asked you if you wanted
pry
me to
it.
let you borrow it.
I literally had to pry it from her hands.
No,
I literally had to like
I
sacrifice my
offered.
firstborn child, um,
Okay,
so that I could watch Severance because I watched a clip of it on Reels, and I was like, "Oh, bitch, this is gonna be so
you gotta
good,
watch. And then you fucking binge
girl."
watched it, didn't
I
you?
binge watched that shit. and we were working. I think maybe I
Yeah.
actually don't remember. We were
No, no,
working.
no. You were doing, was it before LDZ?
I can't remember.
I can't
It
remember.
was
I was going to Camp Seoul, I believe.
you were working. I wasn't working yet. Yes. So I felt like a stupid dumbass watching TV all day, and then Senya would get home after work and be like, "Hey," and I'd be just like glued to the television trying to binge watch. I binge watched the entire two seasons in like 3 days. It was so bad for my
Yeah.
health. All I ate was chicken nuggets and ice cream. Um, but hey, sometimes you need days like that.
It was a good time. You're here for
Sorry?
a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. I'm here for exactly. Um,
This is so funny. You managed to binge watch that, but I couldn't even finish Murderbot, and it was only 6 episodes.
yeah,
I'll finish it one day. I'll finish it one day. Do
you
not doubt
will.
me.
I
Yeah.
believe you. You should set yourself like a deadline. Just be like, I should just sit down and finish it.
I
Are
don't really
you
want to do
sometimes
that.
sometimes I used to have this thing where I was afraid of finishing series because I didn't like finality, like I didn't like it ending. You know what
Oh,
I
it's
mean?
not that.
Okay. Because that used to be my issue. And then I was like, I need to just learn to grow the fuck up.
No, it's because like Letterkenny's on Hulu, so I don't have Hulu, and I'm not gonna. So I haven't finished watching it. Murderbot, I think I just stopped watching.
Yeah, that was so
'Cause I,
random.
'cause
I
I
thought you
finished the
had
series. I
finished it.
read the whole thing. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
because you
just
read
stopped watching
the entire book
randomly
series in like two
in like
weeks.
a week.
Yeah.
It
Um,
was crazy. But yeah, I just it's not that I'm scared about finishing the show. I just stopped and I haven't gone back. And I don't have Apple TV right now either, so I'm like I probably won't finish watching it until years later. To be honest, I'll probably see if I can find a pirating site.
period.
Watch it for free because I don't pay for shit. I will not be paying for that.
And you know what? You deserve that.
But yeah. But again, we're keeping on with this short form like TV shows that aren't long. Severance may be longer, but 16 episodes isn't that long to be honest. My next one is a mini series. So I believe it was just 4 episodes. It's called Chernobyl. So it's about the Chernobyl disaster. And this was a binge watch, by the way, back in like spring 2023, Friday, going into spring break. I watched Station 11 all night, stayed up all night, didn't sleep, I don't think. And then I started watching Chernobyl. It was the most insane thing. I don't know how I did that. But this series is, I was kind of pissed off during this series. There were moments where I was like, why do we not care for the lives of normal people? You could be informing them, like, do not get near here. You're going to die most likely because you're getting exposed to radiation. And there's just
Right.
like no lack of care. There's like no lack of care. There's like a lack of care. And it was just
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
pissing me off. Like I remember like getting a little bit pissed off at a certain point where like, they brought in like this robot thing that was going to go in there, and they found out that it couldn't even withstand the irradiation. So it was annoying, but it was well done. There was like a character that was created to kind of represent that. They're not actually part of the story, but it was like created to kind of represent a fighting spirit and stuff like
Interesting.
that. Yeah, but yeah, 4 episodes because I like short stuff. Yeah.
And my mom watched that. I think I have not.
Oh,
Because I it was just not on my radar. I should watch that. It sounds interesting.
it's very short. It's like 4 episodes, maybe 1 hour each,
Oh. Um. Yeah. No, I haven't. I haven't watched that. I guess I should check it out.
if you want to.
Speaking of things Sonia definitely hasn't watched, I'm gonna talk about my childhood show. So, a little background information on me. I used to be really into anime back when I was like 11, 12, 13, maybe 14. Um, because I thought it was cool, which is kind of crazy to think about because at that time it wasn't cool. but now it is cool to watch anime, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
it's more common,
it is
at
more
least here in the
common.
US.
Exactly.
Because some places I've been watching animes for years and have been big fans for years.
Exactly. Like Mexico is a big anime hub, surprisingly.
Yeah. And
Um,
France too, actually, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But
Have
the
you said the
series
name?
that the series that got me into it is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which,
Mm.
if you ask most anime fans, they can attest to the fact that it is considered one of the highest rated animes of all time. And so I think that is true. I think that it is, by and large, a really well done series. It has an incredible, for considering it's an anime, its writing is really well done. It's written by a woman, which, I mean, who are we surprised? Like, who is surprised by that? And the way she writes female characters is so, like, rich, I guess, is a word you could
Mm.
use. Like, she doesn't write like one-dimensional characters, which I really appreciate.
That's good.
Um, she
Like
does.
there's nuance to these
There's
characters.
nuance, exactly, and like, I don't know. I just think about the fact that, like, because it's called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because it's actually a second iteration of the TV show, because there was an original TV
Mm.
show that was coming out as the manga, like the
Precursor?
written
Oh.
form was coming out. Um,
Oh.
exactly, and that was actually sort of finished, so to speak, by um, like the showrunners, I guess you could call them. I don't know what you would call them, but they finished the show before the writer could finish the show,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I just think it's really well done. It's really well written.
That's good.
Um, so yeah.
Yeah. Mine goes a completely different route because you got things to say about yours that have substance. I don't remember much about this show. I was a kid. Mine is called Rescue Heroes, which is actually a Canadian TV show.
Okay.
And it was on this channel called Cubo, and it was when my family and I didn't have cable. There was a lot of Canadian shows on there, actually. There was like Jacob Tutu, Jane and the Dragon, Willis Wildlife, maybe is Canadian, but the other two for sure are. But like, it was very interesting. I didn't even know they were Canadian when I was a kid. I didn't find out until I was an adult. But it's just very nostalgic to me. Rescue Heroes is basically like very natural disaster scenarios, and I'm going
Right.
in to rescue people.
Right. I wonder
So
why
natural
she likes
disasters
it.
are a theme in this episode.
Yeah. Ja.
I
I
But yeah,
wonder why.
it's very like safety focused. It's like very like it's more like a lessons. I think it's more of an educational show than anything because like you're seeing these like scenarios like tornadoes, tsunamis, and you're being told what to do in these instances and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
educational, but it was very like entertaining for me as a kid. Yeah, we like it.
I
The animation is something not that great. But actually, I wanted to add on like I've never watched that anime you've mentioned, but I have watched two, which is Violet Evergarden and Life Lessons with Uramachi or Uramichi Onisan.
okay.
Those are the only ones
I
I've
have
watched
not
fully.
watched any either of those, I
Violet
think.
Evergarden, I watched like
Wait, no,
back
I
in
have watched
2022
a Violet
when I was
Evergarden.
visiting my friend in Oakland, and I was like crying throughout the whole show. It was like episode. I was crying the whole time.
Well, this has been a lovely 45 minutes or however long we've been recording for. um, talking about movies and television.
Yeah.
Let us know if you have any movie recommendations and why. If you have any TV that you think we'd like based on what we've sort of commented on today.
Yeah.
We're always interested in acquiring new media, even if we're a little slow to get to it.
Yeah.
Um, yes, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that follow button. I feel
And
so YouTuber when I say this. I'm
yeah.
literally so YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yes,
Follow
we
us
do
on
fierce, stinky
Instagram
things over
actually.
there. Um, and am I missing anything? If you wanna give us money, email
Actually,
us and we'll figure
actually,
something out.
I was gonna say something. Oh, actually, this episode was kind of like a like you briefly mentioned it at the beginning. This episode was like a continuation of that first episode where you were kind of getting to know us a little bit. But from now on, we're kind of hoping to talk more about what's going on that week or any stuff that pops up medium wise, like media, like books, movies, TV shows, music, or like any
Yes,
pop
there
culture
will be a
events.
format change
So
moving
yeah,
onwards. This has just been kind of a test pilot to see how well we can manage to do more structured things moving forward. It's still going to be structured. It's just going to be
yeah,
more relevant to that week.
yeah.
Um,
And you can still expect, honestly, episodes like our second one with Olivia Rodrigo's third album, where we listen to an album
exactly.
and we then talk about it, like our likes and dislikes. Maybe we can force ourselves to watch more movies and include that too. Talk about movies and stuff like
Exactly.
that as well. If our taste
Yes,
ever
we
line
might
up.
arrange that. We'll see. We have things in the works. We're planning things. Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
yeah. Thank you for hearing us
Take your
today.
meds.
Yeah. Thank you for
Say I love
joining
you to the
us.
people you love. And
Hmm.
stay safe, beautiful people.
Hmm. Bye.
Bye.